again. Sorry about that. Sorry you had to see that. So embarrassing. The last time I did it in a dorm room, there's no one there. Anyway, this is my second tell. I actually was at the tell-off last spring. I'm here with my husband and my mother-in-law. I think you guys know my mother-in-law. She won the last tell-off, Shannon. So for those of you who don't know Shannon, she won her tell by telling a story called My Brother's Dick, and then regaled us of a tale of a night at Chubb's. So you'll understand when I tell you that I have an easy time talking to Shannon. It's always been easy to talk to Shannon. She's not someone you have to mince words with. I was always less free with my own parents, who are wonderful people. My parents are really, they're delightful parents. They're a Slytherin Hufflepuff pair, which is so much fun. So that makes me really exciting. Like, I'm a Hufflepuff with a real mean Slytherin streak, so I'm like really cool to be around. Anyway, so I didn't tell my parents much when I was little because my siblings, I'm the oldest of three, are a little troubled, and I'm the hero older sister sort of experience. So if anything went wrong in my life, or if I did anything wrong, I was super careful. Like, I can't let my parents know they're already like having such a tough time with my siblings. I need to make sure I'm like keeping my shit together, because that's my job as the oldest child. So it shouldn't surprise anybody too much that I didn't drink in high school, because that was not what I was gonna do. I was gonna like keep it together. So when I did get drunk for the first time, it was a complete accident. I hear you laughing about it because it's hard to get drunk by accident. Alcohol is well labeled. It smells a certain way. It tastes a certain way. Usually people keep it in a high place, or you have to have an ID to get it. Not in Spain. Not in Madrid, my friends. So I got to go to Spain because my dad had a client who worked at a school, blah, blah, blah. I went to Spain with a school group, but not my school. And it also ended up that I was the youngest kid on this trip. Like, everybody else was juniors or seniors, and I was a sophomore. So we have a fun trip. We're in Spain for a month, and we get close to the end of the trip, and one night we're at a bar having cena, which is the Spanish evening meal. It takes place about 10 p.m. And it's not unusual for us to be in a bar. That's where people have cena. It's very common for people to drink and have tapas and do all of this. So that's what we're doing. And food is put in front of us, and juice is put in front of us. And so little me, I'm thirsty, we walk all the time. I have my little tumbler of juice, and I drink it. And I notice right away there's something weird about this juice, because juice doesn't usually burn, in my recollection. But I've been in Spain for a month. It's not actually the weirdest thing that happened to me in Spain. Like, I got bit by a dude at a discotheque. I got attacked by a monkey in Gibraltar. I got lost in Toledo and ended up in a convent. Like, this is not it wasn't burning juice was not the weirdest thing. Catcalled all the time. Spoiler alert, there's not a lot of blondies running around Madrid. No. Anyway, so I drink my juice. And then my friend Jenny gives me her juice. Then there's a whispered conversation, and we're in high school. Remember, I'm 15 years old, so I'm used to this sort of whispered situation. And I convince myself, like, it couldn't possibly be about me, like, you're fine, you're fine. And then Dan gives me his juice. And then Guy gives me his juice. And by then, little me, who's much smaller, by the way, and has never had alcohol before, is starting to have kind of a fun time. I'm a little high-strung, and even was as a child, and so I'm getting to relax for the first time in this bar in Spain. I can feel my cheeks getting all hot. And the other thing about bars in Spain, it's very hot in Spain. It's an old, old city, Madrid, and a lot of the bars are underground. They're all underground because it's cool down there. And so I remember getting up, time to leave, and kind of feeling like, oh, oh. And then I see it. The stairs. Shit. There's a giant wrought iron spiral staircase, and it must be 500 years old. I have no idea. But I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at my feet, and looking at the staircase, and going, I don't know that this is going to work, you guys. guys gonna get up? I want to like form a team and climb a mountain. Like I need my carabiners to get up there. I'm trying to like make a team. No, everybody else is sober because everybody else got the sangria talk. Remember, I didn't go to school with these folks. I didn't go to school with my teacher. She sat everybody else down and said, everybody's going to get 1 glass of sangria at the end of the trip. My thumbs are not up. Unimpressed. So I get to the staircase and I'm like trying to get up these spiral stairs and I'm laughing and trying to get up these stairs. I'm like, oh God, guys, why? And so I'm climbing, and you know, spiral stairs are complicated already. I mean, even if you're sober, they're like impossible. And so I finally get to the top and I'm falling all over the place and Jenny goes, oh, you're trashed. And my stomach just drops. Because I am in trouble. Oh, I drank alcohol. I'm so upset by this. And I'm like upset all the way back to the hotel and then I pass out. So I get up in the morning for desayuno and go sit down at breakfast with my croissant and my hot chocolate. And the teacher sits down across from me. And the first thing she says is, I'm sorry. And I'm sure she's gonna send me back to America in chains, Rose DeWitt Decatur style. Titanic, thank you. Some guy, I didn't know if anyone was gonna get that reference, but I wanted to do it anyway. And so I'm like ready for her to send me back to America. And she says, I'm so sorry that I didn't notice they were feeding you those drinks and I didn't give you the sangria talk. And I'm like, I don't know what to say to you. Like, am I in trouble? It was an accident. I didn't mean to drink the alcohol, but it was really nice. So she says, I don't think there's any reason to tell your parents about this. So I didn't. Until 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I told my mother, the Hufflepuff, this story. She's consummate Hufflepuff, like Hufflepuff straight through. She's like the kindest, most loyal, sweetest woman in the world, but you do not fuck with her babies. No, I'm serious. You do not want to fight with my mom. And I told her this story expecting her to be mad at me for like getting tricked by my friends, or I don't know what she was gonna be mad at me for. It'd been 12 years or whatever. And she's of course livid with my teacher. Oh, yeah. And so she wanted to call up the teacher right in that moment. And I told her, well, I did get up the stairs. And she was unimpressed.